Congressman, come here. Because at the end of the day, Dr. Andrew Michael Holness said nothing wrong.
Wagwan, Yadis, how are you, my good people? Migdeya here in Kenya, East Africa. My good name is African Beryl. Me come from Kenya, my people. So hey, Yadis, there is trouble in Jamaica. Not sure, but the question is Jamaica in trouble? So in this video, we explore what is really happening from people's panic and online videos, and why one of the American most powerful art carriers going by the name Warship right now is operating in the Caribbean, and whether there is any truth behind rumors of potential conflict involving the United States, Jamaica, and Cuba, guys. I don't know if there's trouble in paradise. We also examine the strategic importance of Caribbean region, the role of Jamaica as a U.S. security partner, and why this naval visit has attracted global attention. So if you are a follower or a lover of Jamaica and you have been following what's recently going on in Jamaica, you will notice that there have been panic. People in Jamaica, in US, have been posting about this and about the Warship thing, about United States. They wanting to take over Cuba and wanting to attack Cuba through Jamaica. So let's get to watch these videos and see how it's going, because it's going all over the internet. And I'll give credits to all the creators, the original creators. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, African Beryl, kindly do so. Support this Kenyan queen. One love, big up your clean self to each of you who will subscribe. So watch till the end and leave a comment and let me know what's your opinion.
Yo, chat. Yeah, man, Jamaica get fucked, you know. So, two things me I see in that situation, you know. Either you join side with Cuba, or you join side with America. Either way you take it, Jamaica still get fucked. Because if you pick side with America, Cuba go fight against you because them are halfway as a betrayer. And if you pick side with Cuba, America go fuck up the two our blood clot. So pick a side.
Assalamu alaikum. So the US, specifically CNN News, decided to break the news that the US is going to send a warship. And you know what the name of that warship is? The US Nimitz. It's the biggest warship that the US owns. The biggest warship. Guess what? They're going to be staying in Jamaica, Kingston, specifically waters, for an extended period from June the 5th, which is Monday coming, to June the 1st, to June the 5th. Can you imagine? June the 1st to June the 5th. Now you know why they're going to be there. They want access to Cuba, or neighbor to Cuba, that send the people them doctor and them nurses come help Jamaica. So Cuba, if you're any Cuban citizen, any Cuban national, please, if you see in this video, tell your people them to prepare for war. Tell your people them to prepare for war. War is coming to you, and they're going to be using Jamaica as a port. Can you imagine? Andrew, you have some explaining to do, because why didn't you say something? Because I know that they can't come into our waters without you signing off on that deal. So you have some explaining to do. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, yes, you have some explaining to do. All right, peace and love.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica came out this week in solidarity with Cuba, saying that Jamaicans stand with them in light of the U.S. blockade causing a humanitarian crisis in Cuba. And obviously the U.S. didn't like that because it's a power trip for them. They feel like you know, they always get to have a say of what other countries decide about their foreign policy, and they get to dictate that. So this Congress guy, he comes out today and he says, you're going to pay for this, Jamaica. You better watch yourself. And all I've got to say is, one, I have been in the same room as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. I know people who know him really well. I've worked with an organization he's worked with very closely. He seems to be a pretty solid dude. I know every politician has their own thing and like drama, whatever, but seems to be a smart guy, a good guy. And all I've got to say is, Jamaicans, do your thing, man. Do not mind us. I'm sorry on behalf of this, because you can run your own country. We can't. We clearly are struggling over here. This guy has no idea what he's doing with his buddies running our country. Clearly, it's not working out very well. So why would you take advice from us? You know, keep doing your thing. Keep vibing. One love.
Cuba been a support Jamaica. So right now we see the Prime Minister of Jamaica declared on behalf of the indigenous people of Jamaica and the indigenous people of Cuba that Jamaica will be supporting Cuba. So we hear the US a grumble. Them say them don't like that, and Jamaica is going to face sanctions or whatever consequences them say might come. Jamaican people ready for anything at all. The original indigenous people of Jamaica and Cuba prepared and standing on their feet, because when I go see we brothers and sisters them next door suffer and no help them that can reach Jamaica at any given time. On the other hand, some people say Jamaica is on the mode of self-destruction. So Jamaica is self-destructing itself, so the Republic of Jamaica can formulate. But that is something what the people have to tell me about in the comment section. This is a Bantu Zulu from the People's Court. Remember, my people, we can reclaim our status as an indigenous West Indian at any given time when we're ready. Don't wait till it's too late. Free not dumb. This is a Bantu Zulu. Get ready for the digitalization of the corporation. Oh my gosh.
People are fret one if war happen. Some people from Kingston link me and say, Ganguli, they want to follow the Spanish town and cool out for a minute. I mean, I said to them, say, it don't make no sense. If something really happen, if war really start, everybody in Jamaica, life in a danger. So, all have to do stay put, keep on the ears jump open. Because you know, the drone them make some noise, and the rocket them make nice whistling sound, and you know, and the ear fear work, because some of them silent. You understand? So it boil down to, it no care if you're a PMP or if you're a Labour. You see that? Is it? People are panic now. Also my artist friend in from town, I say, shout me and I say, DJ, them want to fly out. See, me can't tell a person what to do. Me not going away. Me I stay in my country. You see it? What's to be have to be. So I say, anything that happen, we not go hear, we not go see. You see me I deal it? But one thing me know. Enough coward the boy, enough people love talk, and when they boil down to the real thing, them get nervous. You see it? When you see politics can't help you now, if war if it really start, everybody have to go defend them country. You saw life stay now? That's why we as Jamaica need to unite and have fucking sense. And know say we the people life are always in a danger. You understand? If war happen. You understand? So nobody try panic. We don't make no year work now. And some of you sleep in a house every day and night. You have to make no ears jump and listen now and look out on the eye and be vigilant. Because anything possibly can happen. We don't say war go on, you know. But you still have to look out for the unexpected. And this red and this green thing, it no work, because if an outside force attack Jamaica, every Jamaican have to unite and defend Jamaica. Although you have some coward ones. You understand? You see it? In a situation like this, if war start, police weak, soldier them, you don't know, they never get tested yet. We see how powerful them is. And the people have to gather and put them life on the line for Jamaica. So that's why Jamaicans need to unite and stop kill off them one another and unite and let go this red and this green, because this cannot help us. See? So everybody in Jamaica, only just look out on the eye and make your ears jump then work. And this bag of sleep now go work. No, because we don't know what happened, and the countries and the edge right now for anything possible. You understand? Gangulia talk to you. Check out my EP, it's called Fake World. Cause when you real them hate you, and when you fake them rate you. What a fake world we living in. It's a fake world we living in. Tell them say who God bless, no man curse. I me say who them a curse. Tell them say God bless. Cause me walk through the valley of death, never shiver. Me nah friend no switcher, nah friend no switcher. Go get her in the street, that was something. Life of is sweet now, so was something. Me touching road with the power something. I forget this steak with the flour dumpling. If them run up me a devour something. Nothing normal twin tower something. Run come sit down, yeah me girl. Foot in the hair, girl, I saw you done.
Congressman, come here. Because at the end of the day, Dr. Andrew Michael Holness said nothing wrong. I don't understand why you came out with that very harsh statement to make it seem as if the Prime Minister said something wrong, or to make it seem as if the Prime Minister of Jamaica, when he goes out on certain functions, he should speak on behalf of the US, and when the US is having a row with any other country, the Prime Minister should ensure that they take the stance of the US and speak on behalf of the US. Congressman, the Prime Minister did not say anything wrong, and the Prime Minister is within his right to speak up. Now, if it is that we're going to talk about Cuba and communism and how it is that they deal with their people, we can also speak about China as well. Now, Congressman, Jamaica benefits a lot from Cuba when we look at the doctors and the nurses that come into our country, and too, when we look at our aspiring students from Jamaica that go into Cuba to study. The Prime Minister said nothing wrong. The Prime Minister made a diplomatic presentation, and the Prime Minister just ensured that he spoke, and he spoke the truth on behalf of Cuba and the Cuban people. So don't come threatening us. Jamaica stands with our Prime Minister. We stand with Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and we stand behind his presentation.
Positive greeting, positive energy. My side, uno come here, me bombo rascal. Me can't, no. Sorry for me in distant language, my side. That is the only one for the rest of the video. So you can continue watch it with me. Now Jamaican people may have a video when me need for uno for watch with me. Cuba sending direct message to America. Me bombo clad. Cuba bad and brave. Jamaica in a problem. Jamaica. Uno in a problem down at that bombo clad. Watch a video with me, my side.
Hey, this is breaking news. Cuba is warning of a bloodbath if the United States attacks them. Their president saying the threats of military aggression against Cuba from the world's greatest power are well known. The threat itself already constitutes an international crime. If it were to materialize, it would trigger a bloodbath with incalculable consequences, plus the destructive impact on regional peace and stability.
Uno hear where man say Cuba say? The man them say America already commit crime, and if them try to do anything, a whole heap of bomb gonna drop. No, Jamaican people, uno prepare for what is coming. Jamaican people, uno prepare for what is coming. No, Jamaican. Uno realize say uno in a blood clot problem. Tsunami can't take uno when bomb are dropping. And Jamaica sink off, I'm up in me pussy clot. It's serious. Jamaica. Father, no, me have to stop and say a prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Yes, Father, forever and ever. Amen, Heavenly Father. God, me have a chant of Psalms today, you know. Jamaica. You know, one Psalms me have for Jamaica, the whole island. Father Yahweh Jesus Christ, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh which created heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved, he that keepeth thee. will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yea, is thy keeper, is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the noon by night. Yea, shall preserve Jamaica, Jamaicans going out and coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Yes, Father. How would I like you people them drop 23 in the comment section? Me don't know if my ancestor them will tell me if you tell you. But I want to drop some 23 in the comment section because I Psalm 23, you know. Yes, man, the Lord is our shepherd. We shall not want. Because Father God. What going over Cuba right now? No look, hey, them are hide it in the media, especially down in Jamaica, you know. TVJ, CVM, hey, Jamaica, no in a problem with Andrew Wellness controlling the bomboclad media, you know, down there, you know. Yes, bomboclad TVJ, me no like them. CVM, me no like them. Nationwide, me no like them pussy there. Alright, who again? One more indistinct language, sorry. Who again me no like? Eh? Alright, so now you about the you must hear about Bali data where I tell the dirty drunkard them where the labor right them do to them family. Me been telling you say, labor right did was the one them oppress we. Me tell you no long time say them pussy they oppress we. Yeah, dirty labor right. Trim Rasta back then. Rasta would have hide in a bush. And that's why them say Rasta have a, why do you think Rasta did have a green and moly? Eh? Cause Rasta now get no Rasta they far from the river up in the hills. I hide from Babylon. We up in the hills, Rasta they. I hide from Babylon. So the Rasta them here just a grow, frownzy and stink. And them now beard. Cause if them come down at the river where Babylon catch them, are trouble. So now, tell me now, and this Jamaican liberal people them like, a fax me attack and truth. You don't see my M, you might see a double, but me know two things can be true, and me attack the truth. But you don't know me already my side. This video is for entertainment purpose only. Like, share, follow me to Bumbleclad. Cuba, yeah man, Cuba bad and brave. Cuba said no, America, no, if you want to try anything, we're ready. No, this serious, very, very serious. Yeah, Arasham. I wonder if I play them, I play with it, you know. Cause a politician them name. But you know me already my side. This video is for entertainment purpose only. Like, share, follow me. Yes, man.
Yo, Jamaica people are worried about America big warship. With that Kingston. Listen me. And America I don't worry about because America love and respect Jamaica. Because Jamaica never let down America. Cuba feels they betrayed by Jamaica. And Cuba feels that Jamaica never did loyal because Cuba did have contract with Jamaica with all them nurses and doctors and dentists and all those people. You understand? And Cuba was the closest to Jamaica. And Cuba let down by Jamaica. So now Cuba vexed. Cuba now nothing to do with Jamaica right now. So if a war should break out and Cuba used drones and missile all them thing there in a Jamaica water, Cuba now go care for any missile lick Jamaica or nothing because they vex in Jamaica. They maybe even do it spiteful too and shoot two missile in a Jamaica because they're disappointed. But my ask Almighty God for don't make no war go on. Cause I don't want nobody from America get hurt, nobody from Jamaica get hurt, I don't want nobody from Cuba get hurt. No war, peace we say, love and peace we are dealing with. But a Cuba I don't worry about. And anything a general say, go so. One general speaking. Panick out of here.
Now Jamaica, look here. Government prepared to help Jamaican students in Cuba return home. Then, Minister of Finance Affairs and Finance Trade, Camilla Johnson Smith, says the government prepares to help students return one-way flight out of Cuba. Alright, I'm not going to further in the article. Because here now, what this I tell for sure you say, war is on the horizon. Evacuation, Jamaica deal without a Cuba now. So how DNA Dixon and the Rivers come and say a good relationship and a tour the America air carrier depend. When we are telling say when you see one of them air carrier there war, bombing, people are gonna lose their life. Look on beautiful Cuba where Donald Trump and Ruby plan for destroy now. Cause they want to do the same like how they do in Gaza, you know. Cause look here, then say Cuba government a fail. They not have light, they not have water, they not have this, they not have that. But I who put on the blockade on them. So America light the fire and do like say no, I want to be the man we are going to rescue the people them from the sufferation. And then put the people in the sufferation. This government put the couple in the sufferation. And the thing is, Andrew Holness never, in the whole entire blockade, the Prime Minister of Jamaica never lend a olive branch to Cuba. But then ready to prepare them a United States to go attack Cuba. So hear me now, how much JDF soldier I go down in a, because them are do land invasion. How much Jamaican soldier got involved? When I got to me say Jamaican government and one of the biggest traitor in the country. Look what Andrew Holness do to Cuba. So when I try to evacuate out the Jamaicans them from out of Cuba. Because I know what going on, you know. Camila Johnson them know what going on, you know. So when you see that big dirty Batman Daryl Vaz come out and big pussies, sure, that girl there, they might try to spin a false narrative to fool the people, them and keep the people them in the dark. So we are telling them say, yo, them are going to use Jamaica as a launching pad for attack Cuba. And you know me I tell you now, I want to go see it for myself. And tell me now how wicked we are as a nation towards Cuba. Look at that. In nice place, and no time we come turn Cuba biggest enemy. And we don't have a year defense for yourself. If one next call, so Dana Dixon said it's a great relationship now too. We have America to fight any war we want, so Andrew can make any trouble with any country and United States to fall in and defend them. So Israel and United States are run down here. So Andrew Holness is one of the biggest threat against Cuba. Andrew Holness and Camila Johnson them want to kill off the Cuban citizens them, want to murder the people them. And this the Labour Right Party come to. And this the Labour Right Party come to. Labour Right, I want to vote for all of this. And all of the Cuban blood them depend on your shoulder. Now make sure to tell them for now, you know. Because when full judgment are come here, there is no one to help us. Because we can be one of the biggest traitors in the Caribbean. Because I know big nose blood clot Prime Minister. Wow.
USS Nimitz, which is a world-class aircraft carrier, one of the biggest aircraft carrier them in the world, will be visiting Jamaica. And not just Jamaica, it will pass through Guyana, Suriname, Argentina, Brazil, and a couple other countries before it reaches Jamaica. Them say this is for exhibition purposes and youths like schoolers them are going to get to interact with the vessel. Some might be able to go on board the vessel. Like how we see Minister Donna Dixon and Daryl Vaz on board the vessel and them having a good time because Jamaica not no vessel like them. Yeah. And you know say even me could have go down there go look for really see if it's a warship or if them are fighter jets because it's an aircraft carrier. And we know them aircrafts, yeah. And them are the big bombers, them what Donald Trump emphasize about in the war against Iran. Anyways, my paper, this is a Bantu Zulu from the People's Court. Cuba and America kind of have a little feud. I don't know what going on with this feud. I don't know if this is fuel going into the fire with this warship and machines visiting Jamaica port, because over Trinidad where they I would say something similar happened where a radar was installed and Tobago and vessel them pass through and look from that we hear say Venezuela and a Maduro crisis and blah 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 blah. Whole heap of stipulation surrounding this visit. With the indigenous people kind of concerned, same way, because Cuba We have all heap of bloodline, brothers and sisters over Cuba same way. We don't want to hear say nothing like we go on down the side they go on over Cuba. If there is a problem, I definitely think Donald Trump and the Cuban president should sit down in the White House or go in Cuba and sit down over Cuba and reason. I know say them capable of doing this as well as they are capable of firing all sort of things in the region, destabilizing the region more than now. The sovereignty of the people has been breached. Anyways, this is a Bantu Zulu from the People's Court. The people in the comments need to tell me what you think. Free not dumb.
If you say Jamaica become a strategic location for the two superpower, the unofficial one, which are China, and the official one, which is US. Because you notice, couple months ago, Rubio and the Trump administration was warning Andrew Oni, said, do not make China come and get complacent in the backyard of Jamaica. And them say China own about 70% of the wharf. The list of things where China own in Jamaica, where China might not come to you militarily, but it will come to your economic and get a foothold in your country. And Rubio and the Trump administration was warning Andrew Oni, say, yo, yeah, make them get too comfortable over there. Where Jamaica is also a strategic location, it's next door to Cuba. If you notice, this Trump administration been saying for the longest while, say, hey, you are the next up for regime change. And Jamaica is strategically there. So when you look on the warship has sent about double message and make everybody wake up. Cuba look and I say blood clot, Jamaica in line. Over this Jamaica did. So Cuba knowing that back at mind said the better look for Jamaica speak out if nothing go on wrong. The better look for Jamaica stand up. The better look for backup from Jamaica because the ship done over there already. Them lock in. Not only that, China is also paying attention to it at the same time. And I say, oh, blood clot. Man, they on the backyard. Me might not come over there with a ship as big as that, but China already have their economics in the entire country. So right there's a China look and I say bumbo clot. Bossy I spread out him foot and make him know say yo we they here. So and the next way Jamaica in a strategic location, them say the offshore drilling I go start for oil by 2027 going into 2028 off of the coast of St. Thomas. Right there. So we are coming a place where the strategic location there for the invasion of Cuba. A strategic location there also for sure China say yo US is there. Also China is investing because Jamaica is a strategic location for them also. And also we have future money we can make off of resources. And you know what them say the greatest resources are the people, but when you find the black gold, anything can go on. So Jamaica in a rock and a all place. That me have to say.
After 50 years of partnership with Cuba, been sending doctors to Jamaica to help us in our medical program in a Jamaica, and all of a sudden we just get up and cut ties with Cuba. Nobody can treat me. America have something to do with this. And the Jamaican government need to be honest with the Jamaican people, because for years Jamaica we've been short of doctors, we've been short of nurses, and Cuba been serving us for years, sending them doctors and nurses to Jamaica, and after 50 years we just stop so. Knowing that our hospitals in Jamaica we still short of doctors, we still short of nurses, and now we are cut ties with Cuba because America I put their foot down our throat. See, we know say America have so much to do with this, but the Jamaican government now come tell the people them the truth. Now we cut ties with Cuba. We're gonna get doctors and additional nurses to fill up our hospitals them now. More somebody tell me we'll get them.
Jamaica just declined to load fuel onto Cuba's LPG tanker following new US sanctions that penalize any country supplying energy to Cuba. The sanctions mean if you help Cuba with fuel, you risk punishment from the US financial system. So Jamaica stepped back. I mean, Jamaica is dealing with hurricane damage right now, which makes energy security even more sensitive and shows how fragile this setup really is. Makes you question the timing also anyway. Right, here's why this matters. Cuba has already warned it is running low on crude. That affects planes, electricity, hospitals, and basic transport. Mexico has stepped in to help, but across the Caribbean, support has gone quiet. And this is where history matters, right? Because for decades, Cuba supported the region through doctors, disaster response, training, and technical support when small islands couldn't afford it. Jamaica relied on Cuban doctors for years, especially in rural areas, and thousands of Jamaicans were trained in Cuba when the system needed them. Now, guys, let's be clear. This is not about pretending Cuba is perfect, all right? We'll put that to the side. Cuba has internal constraints, but sanctions are not about reform. They're about leverage. After the revolution, Cuba nationalized land and industries owned by US interests and was met with long-term economic isolation. Cuba and Haiti are two of the only nations in the region to truly win freedom through revolution, and both have paid for it, seriously. And if that feels distant, look at Burkina Faso today. Reduce foreign military influence, reclaim resources, face pressure and sanctions, same pattern in different regions. Here's the risk, guys. Caribbean governments are calculating access to US banks, dollar clearing, tourism flows, credit lines, and trade preferences. Over 90% of the Caribbean energy is imported, which means pressure travels fast. Countries that help Cuba risk secondary sanctions, restricted access to US banks, higher borrowing costs, and quiet pressure on tourism and credit. These are the same constraints that are already being discussed quietly in policy circles, even if they never reach the headlines. And the lesson from that risk is long-term, right? As long as the Caribbean depends on imported fuel, pressure will always work. As long as they depend on the US dollar, pressure will always work. Venezuela oil kept Cuba afloat for years, but once pressure and production collapsed, that lifeline disappeared. So the strategy is simple, right? Short-term, quiet fuel swaps and port access to keep systems running. Medium-term, maybe CARICOM, coordinated fuel storage and joint procurement, so risk is shared. Long-term, transitioning into energy systems that cannot be switched off externally. This isn't about like doing the right thing for one another or being charitable. It's self-defense. Because if we do not move as a bloc and control energy, food and supply chains, our politics can be overridden externally. Anyway, let's talk in the comment section. What are your thoughts?
The video above, you'll notice there's a tense mode in people's voices. There's panic. Some are scared because of the effect or the consequences that's going on between the Warship, United States, Cuba, and Jamaica. And apparently Jamaica is in between these. And in one of the videos, you saw someone saying that they have been told that Jamaica should choose either to side with Cuba or either to side with the United States. And the current situation is centered on the arrival of the warship USS Nimitz in Jamaica during the Southern Seas 2026 development, because Jamaica is close to Cuba and USA-Cuba relationship remains strained. The visit has generated speculations, which is true. Nevertheless, there is currently no war underway. Yeah, there's no war, but there's tension between the US, Jamaica, and Cuba. And officially, statement described the mission of a goodwill and security cooperation development rather than combat operation. Yeah, and I think so. This war started back then when the Cuba denied the US from the fuel, accessing the fuel in Cuba, like they blocked that. And this one has caused, and you can see from the various videos that most Jamaicans are still saying that they have been benefiting from Cuba, especially the nurses and doctors who come from Cuba to come in Jamaica and help them with their health system, and to some students who come from Jamaica and enter Cuba to study. Also, now they will be affected by this because of what's going on, and it's just a commotion and panic. We've seen the above video. From the above video, you can see some parts of Jamaica are being that don't have electricity. I don't know if they are being done intentional, just some maybe caught in between, a coincidence. But guys, a lot is going on. A lot is going on. So if you are a Jamaican or a US resident and you understand, or both, and you understand the commotion and what's going on, leave that down there below. Comment. Let us know what's going on, guys. What is going on? So what I know, what's happening, according to me, the USS Nimitz, the warship, arrived in Kingston, Jamaica from June. And as the final stop of U.S. Navy's Southern C-226 development and multinational goodwill and naval cooperation mission across South America and Caribbean. According to the U.S. Embassy in Navy statement, the visit is intended to strengthen security cooperation and a regional partnership. I don't know if that is true, but for us, we are just watching and following what's going on. But the last news I've read is the Jamaican government is organizing for students who are in Cuba to safely travel back to Jamaica in the midst of everything going on. So guys, thank you for watching till this part. I'm still following up and watching the news. So if you are in better limelight and you know what's going on, kindly comment down there below, because we love Jamaica, one love. So kindly subscribe to this channel, and we are praying that this going on between our beloved Jamaica, the confusion, the panic, the trouble, that all will be well. So one love, and Jah bless, Jah protect you. Remember to subscribe, guys. African Beryl is the channel, a girl from Kenya, East Africa, and enough love from Kenyan family to our Jamaican family. Be safe and take care. Till next time, catch me on the next one, guys. Watch it till the end, subscribe, share, and with family and friends. Bye-bye.